welcome to Three Women, One Vision, the Regent Business Club podcast. I'm thrilled to be joined by Laura, the founder of an award-winning local estate agency, Wise Move, and Lucy, the marketing guru and freelance partner for Wise Move. Laura's got a real passion for what she does, and it's no surprise that she's been recognised for British Property Gold Award. And Lucy has really put Widnes on the map. With her marketing magic, she's took Rotherham Escapes from 0 to 11,000 plus followers, generating £80,000 worth of bookings in just 1 year. So I'm really excited to have them with me today. Today we're going to be discussing freelance versus employed, business growth and all things property. And also we're going to be discussing the local property conversation. It's an event that the girls are going to be hosting on the 5th of March at Rotherham House. Tickets are available for that on Eventbrite. So if you're interested in anything property, so buying, renting, selling, this is the event that you need to be at. So let's get into it. Laura.
Hello.
Hello. Can you tell us a little bit about Wise Move and your journey to winning the British Property Gold Award?
Yeah, okay. So I set Wise Move up a couple of years ago, and we were lettings only. I wanted to be something that other estate agents were. I wanted to know all the tenants' names. I didn't want to leave people waiting for jobs and things like that. And I'd worked for corporate, independent and franchise agents. And I thought, I can put all of this together. So that's what I did. And started to grow the lettings portfolio. It was a hard journey. I'm not going to lie. I used to talk to people on the phone all day. And then at night time I'd get down and do all of the work, you know. And slowly the portfolio started to grow. And then met Jen through different circumstances. And now we also branched into sales. So our sales arm has been running for about 18 months.
Yeah.
So Wise Move as a whole now can offer sales, lettings, full property management and mortgage advice.
Wow.
So
how did you initially start? Because I know you've got a shop front now, but when you first signed up to Company's House, was it did you have the shop front straight away? Or?
No. I was just at home.
Yeah.
I used to meet like potential clients, landlords, things like that. I used to meet them in local businesses, and then I'd tag that business where I was on Instagram. And when I first started, I was doing everything. Like I was lettings, referencing, I was the marketing person, I was the admin person, I was everything, you know. So I just used to try and help other businesses in tagging where I was in and around the local area. But no, we didn't have the shop. And if I'm being really honest, when we got the shop, it was probably like 12 months too early financially for the business to have it. But where it is, it's away from every other agent in Widnes because we aren't like them, you know. We try and be as personal as we can be and show our knowledge and experience through the years that we've both worked in the industry. We've got Lorraine working with us now as well, who's worked in the industry within Widnes for 35 years nearly. So you can't buy that experience or that knowledge.
Yeah. Lucy, how did you get involved in marketing for Wise Move, and what drew you to the property sector?
Oh wow, okay. So I've been in marketing for 15 years. It was a bit of a fluke, actually. I'll go back to the beginning to bore everybody. I did my degree, and as part of the degree you had to do a work experience, and I panicked. I didn't know where to go for me work experience, so I ended up going to a company in the Heath. I can't even remember the name of the company. And that was the only kind of job interview I've ever had, still to this day.
Yeah.
And I was 19. And they decided, I think the business folded literally 2 weeks before I was due to start. And so my cousin's wife got me a job at Innerspec. So I started there when I was 19, and I was there for 13 years. And my husband obviously works for the company, and he's very senior, and it got to the point where there was too much conflict of interest. So I left in January last year, and I said, I'm going to start up my own business to help other people with their marketing, because I just feel that there's a strong need for businesses to up the game with the marketing. They do so well. as a business. And I always say, if you've got a great product and you don't tell anyone about it, then no one's going to know.
Yeah.
And it's like with you guys, like getting involved, it was actually Sharon that recommended me to you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you got in touch, and that's how I started working with you. And obviously working with Rotherham Escapes, I have got a little bit of property background, but I just think, you know, you guys are great, and people need to know that you're different. You're not just like a usual estate agent where you really get annoyed with, you know, no communication. And I think it's getting that across, that you work so hard. Like, you're working with my dad and Sharon at the moment on a property, and, you know, you don't need to ask you twice. You just get on with it and do it. But from my point of view, I just really enjoy helping small, medium-sized businesses market the business, because people can't afford to employ a marketing person, especially if they're just starting out.
Yeah.
So making that marketing affordable but effective as well. It might not mean that they need absolutely everything. They might just need a little bit of promotion. But it's just getting that out there for these businesses. Like, I would like to hope that what we've done together has made a difference to Wise Move.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard. It's hard as a business to plough so much money into marketing without knowing what return you're going to get.
Yeah.
But I think with Lucy, you know, I send her like videos and pictures at random o'clock, just like, this is this. And she just gets it. Like, we work really, really well together. And I think our social media is looking really, really good.
Yeah.
I think it's really engaging. It's not just, oh, look at this house, this is what we do. You've really tried to get our personalities across.
Yeah.
You can really see like your social media's been brought to life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it used to just be me, and I just used to post a new picture of a house and look at this house. Do you want to view the house, kind of thing? So, and I have got a degree in marketing, but I ain't got the time to plough everything that Lucy ploughs into it for us, kind of thing, as well as trying to keep
it
everything else
helps
under
that you
control.
understand marketing a little bit, because sometimes it is difficult working with companies that don't have a full understanding of marketing and everything that goes into it. So you do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, do you know, that's kind of covering my next question a little bit. How do the two of you complement each other in your business, and like, what's the dynamic like working together?
I think we're both just very laid back people, as well as hardworking
I'd say,
people.
Yeah, very laid back, but we get the job done in a professional way. I mean, our tea order is the same. Yeah, and it's the same as Jen's. So the tea order in the office is easy, isn't it?
She fits.
Yeah.
She has the same tea.
I always say, if you don't drink a cup of tea, then we just don't trust you.
And she's always saying to me, shall I buy this for the office? Like, at Christmas, you got this massive nutcracker.
Yeah, and I didn't tell Jen about it, and I stuffed it in the back of my car, didn't I?
You got it from Home Bargains.
I recorded Jen walking in, and she was in on the secret, and Jen was just howling laughing, because that's just me. I'm just like, I got this huge, massive pink nutcracker, didn't I?
The famous witness nutcracker.
People kept ringing up asking where we got it from.
But we did a competition then, didn't we, to say, name the nutcracker.
Yeah.
So we did like a little promotion, and the winner got like a £50 Dunelm voucher.
And where's the nutcracker now?
It's in storage, you know.
In storage.
Stored away ready for next year. Mum, can I put this in your garage?
So, Lucy, you've obviously chose to work freelance from last January, did you say?
Yeah.
How do you think that compares from like traditional employment to obviously now being a freelancer?
It's bloody amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you work for yourself, like you're your own boss. So really it's like 24 hours. You know, you can be working on a Saturday and a Sunday, whereas obviously traditional employment, you don't have that. But like, you know, some days I might just want to go to the gym at 10 o'clock in the morning. Some days I might want to pick my son up early from nursery. Yeah. It's just so much more flexible, but it's more rewarding. Like, I feel like I've learned so much more about my industry, like marketing, working for myself and learning things than I did working for a company. Because a company, you're very like, you're told what you must do, what you mustn't do. And if you've got an idea, sometimes it just gets shut down. Whereas if I've got an idea, I'll explore it myself, you know. Yeah. So it's good for that.
Laura, what would you say are the benefits of having a freelancer on your team versus someone who's like permanently employed?
I'd say it's more cost effective.
Yeah.
And if you don't like me, you can just get rid of me, can't you?
Yeah, but I mean, I do like you.
My contract is you just give me 3 months notice and that's it. Whereas if you've got an employed person, you might think,
it's
God,
very different then.
Yeah.
this is not working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you know, I think is we obviously use freelancers at Regent as well, and I think it's that sort of like you've not got that, you're not tied into something, you're not sort of.
Well, it's not 5 days a week either.
No, and when you can sort of meet with tons of freelancers before you decide on who it is that you want to go with, and it just takes that pressure off. Doesn't it?
But as well as that, I work with other businesses and then I get ideas for like to implement in other businesses. So that will help you guys. I know you come up with loads of ideas.
Good or bad ideas.
And it's like, it's so interesting though. Like, I think it's quite a competitive industry, the estate agency. Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously at the start, because I was just lettings, the sales, it didn't bother me. Yeah. But now I'm constantly on an emotional roller coaster, up and down. Like, we've won one. They've gone with someone else. We've won one. And I never realised, because when I worked for corporate, I did sales and lettings. So then it was a long time between me going back into being involved with sales. And I forgot what the buzz was like. But the office is just... You know, we had afternoon tea from Emma's Bakery when we on the day we completed. It was like our biggest day of completions for us, and it was just nice to celebrate. And I think we would never have done that back in the day. You know, you would have just had your half an hour dinner and that's it. You know what I mean? But you know, it's. I
think it's having that like someone else as well. So like marketing's a big part of your business, isn't it? And if you've got somebody who understands. So if you employ somebody as your marketing director, they're employed by you, they don't really understand how it is to run a business, you know. But when you've got a freelancer who's running their own business, they fully pressures.
I think you fully understand like business, how hard it is. Yeah. And Lucy doing the marketing for us has took a massive amount of pressure off me because I just fire the video over. I don't even make it anymore. I just send it over to you, don't I? And any ideas and stuff like that, I just say, do you think I can have this? Or I've seen this, can I have that? Yeah. So...
And that's where I'm trying to like work with my clients with Rotherham House, because this local property conversation, we're going to come on to that, but it's all about giving back to my clients, so enabling you to hold an event there, because, you know, it's the same with Regent, you know, the house pulls people in because it is so perfect for that type of event. Local get-togethers. It's nice to be able to work and give back to you guys to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So for someone thinking about changing then from like a full-time role to freelancing or vice versa, what would you say are the biggest challenges and opportunities they should be aware of?
I think you need to have you say this about having kids, you need to have a village. And that is so bloody true. Yeah. But you need to have the right people around you, I think. Because Colin, my husband, and my dad, they've always said this to me. These people who run their own businesses, they're great at what they do, but they don't know how to run a business. Yeah. And when you have your own business, you need to do both. Yeah. And that's always stuck with me. So sometimes I'm like a rabbit in the headlights. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. And I'm like, it's like imposter syndrome. Like, I'm sure you're both the same. You wake up in the night where you're like, oh my God, I haven't done that for that person. Or, oh my God, what am I going to do about that? And that kind of thing. And you worry. But, you know, they've always taught me that you need that level of understanding about running a business, but they've always helped me as well. Yeah. And I think having the right people around you to support you, because stepping out on your own from having a full-time employment and having that salary to having less of a salary, then it can be difficult financially. But you've just got to get yourself out there.
I think you've got to understand as well, when you go self-employed, you don't work 9 to 5 anymore. Yeah. You work 24 hours a day. Yeah. Like, and you work hard. And that money at the end of the month that you make, you might only make £200. That's your salary. Like, it's not, you don't see someone running a business and think, oh, they've made it, you know. And if it was easy, I say this all the time, if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not. It's not easy. It is hard. Like, the past 3 years have been like the hardest time, I would say. But I feel like I've weathered a massive storm, and we're finally coming out the other side, and that's like, I'm excited for the next 6-12 months to see where we can take Wise Move, because the three of us in the office, and then with Lucy in there as well, pushing us along with marketing.
Yeah.
And I always say as well.
Sorry, I see it everywhere now. I've seen it on. You're on my road.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
I drove around the corner last night and I was like, there they are.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a house.
Yeah.
Oh, the one we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is why as well with like Regent Business Club, what we want is building that business community, because it's like when you are on your own as a business owner, you know, we're business owners and we might be wonderful at marketing or what you do or what I do, but we've not got it all, you know, and it's just appreciating that about ourselves and having that community that can come together and support each other.
Yeah, and meeting people and talking to different people. Like I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone to do that, to like go and just talk to people and, you know, be cheeky and just ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah. How did you grow Rotherham Escapes from 0 to what you got it to, 11,000 plus followers?
A lot of things. And you know, like my dad and Sharon, my stepmom, they own the house. He said, what do you think about helping us out, like doing some marketing, seeing how it goes? And I was like, okay. So Sharon was like pushing me along, because the house was like pretty much empty. They'd been in it for a long time and it was just too big for them. So he just said to me, let's fill it with some furniture, let's do some interiors and see where it goes, get it on Instagram. I mean, the house sells itself, that does help, it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So we just got all the furniture in, got one of my best friends, Sophie Cullen, to do some photography, and the photography was amazing. It was like around Christmas time, and we just spent a day doing photography, putting it up there on Instagram. She ran the Instagram account for us for the first month. Yeah. Because I was literally, because when I worked for my last company, I didn't do any social media at all. So anything I do now, you should be listening to this. It's just completely learned. I'm more like strategy and stuff. So anything I do now is completely self-taught in like the last 12 months. So I kind of, you know, got to grips with it a little bit. And then after about 2 months of opening, again, my friend Sophie, she got us an influencer called Gemma Markland, the Markland Home, and she came in. And I'm always a bit sceptical about influencers, because half the time their house is nicer than the one that you want them to promote. So I'm like, she's going to come here, but she was absolutely blown away. She loved it. And the content that she did for us was absolutely amazing. She stayed for 2 nights and it just blew up. Yeah. It blew up, and it's amazing. That collaboration, when you get the right one, it's amazing. We got about 4,000 followers off her. And it was just about working with different people, showing different experiences, what the house can bring for you, all on the Instagram, online. And then we've got a website now as well.
I think you've done that really well as well with the experiences, because you see like Airbnbs and it's just the house.
You just get the house and you get the keys. Yeah, and that's it.
It's completely different at Rotherham Escapes. I know we talked about when we met the other day about what you're doing with Widnes. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
With Widnes Vikings, and it's just like things like that. It's just
we do so much for the town. Yeah. Like, you know, we've give people jobs. You know, we have a lady doing spa treatments. She's fantastic. We have a guy doing cocktails, and then we can do like private chef. We can even decorate with balloons and stuff. So I always work with every single guest that books. I always ask them what is it they want to achieve from the weekends, and 9 times out of 10 people don't even leave the house when they come to stay because they have so much going on.
It's a full experience, isn't it?
With the popcorn machine, the swimming pool, the garden bar. There's just so much for people to do.
So how important is social media marketing for property business today?
I think it's massively important. I think, you know, everybody goes to Rightmove first. That's where they go. Yeah. But you've got literally seconds to hook someone with a property video on social media before they lose interest and flick past it. You know, people engage a lot more with video content than they do with still content. And I've done that from the very beginning, filming all of the rental properties. It's just a little pass round the room with a camera kind of thing and clipping it all together. But It is really, really important because,
I think as well, personally, if I'm choosing an agent, I think people go to Google to have a look who's the top agent and look at Google reviews. And then once they've like narrowed it down, they'll then go to the Instagram or they'll go to TikTok to see how many followers they've got or how good their content looks online. So I think it's like, it might not be the first port of call for people, but it's definitely the second.
Yeah.
And if you don't look very good on there, then, you know,
it's like another shop
you're
window.
representing people, aren't
Yeah.
you?
So before we had a shop, that was the shop window.
Yeah.
Like it had to look good. It had to look professional, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's very dependent on the age of the person who's looking because so some people just search on Facebook for a estate agent or letting agent. You know, so it is important. You've got to kind of, in a estate agency, you've got to cover all bases. I think.
And as well, like we always say, an estate agent is so important. The estate agent doesn't get paid until you complete.
Yeah.
So they care just as much as the seller or the buyer.
If not more, I
And
would
like,
say.
Yeah.
Solicitors get paid no matter what, but estate agents don't. So they actually really care. But you care, dealing with you and seeing how you are with your clients in the office. It's just amazing. Like, obviously, I've moved house numerous times, and I'm just like, estate agents, but like everything you do is just really professional and it's so thorough as well. And because there's only 2 or 3 of you, you're not gonna like pick up the phone and speak to different people every time.
Yeah.
It's always you
we
guys.
We all kind of know what's going on. Although I'm primarily lettings, I do help out with sales.
Yeah.
You know, I do know what's going on. Jen and Lorraine basically do all the sales progression, things like that, for updates and things like that. But there's nothing worse than not being updated.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes if you give more information, then I would be really happy as a buyer or a landlord if my estate agent was telling me, this is what's happened, I'm waiting for this, I'll update you again then. I'd rather know that, and that's why I try and communicate maybe too much information sometimes, but, you know, I think
that's the key though, isn't it? Like when I was moving house last year, I moved in on Valentine's Day last year, next door to Rotherham House, and the solicitor that I used, oh my God, he just ghosted for months. And then it was like he didn't care. He did not care when we completed. And I'm like, listen, mate, I want to move into my house.
Yeah. Well, don't they say it's like one of the most stressful things, like moving
it's like
house?
number 3.
Yeah.
Behind like death and divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had an issue yesterday when a property completed. The new buyers couldn't get the boiler working. So Jen was back and 2 on the phone sorting it out, whereas like, we didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's not our job.
Yeah.
That the buyer didn't pay our bill, but we've probably spoke to that buyer every single day of the chain going through, you know. So, but I think it just shows that we care. It's not. I always say, you know, people don't buy and sell houses or let houses every single day of their life. So any question to us, it's a relevant question because how are you meant to know?
How are you meant to know? That's what annoys with the solicitors. The solicitor's like, have you got this document? I'm like, I've never heard of that document.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
I was speaking to a landlord a couple of days ago, and they're like, well, do you get 3 quotes? I'm like, well, if it needs 3, then yes. But most of the contractors that I've worked with them for a long time, so I know I've tried and tested them for a long time. So if I'm working with a contractor, that's because I fully trust that contractor.
Yeah.
I trust them to meet the tenant, to speak to the landlord, and behave in the way that I behave and treat the client the same as me. So I don't just use someone off the cuff. Like, it takes a long time to build a relationship, I would say.
Yeah. So they're getting that with you as well, like that you've got that, you've sort of like built up these relationships with all these different people that are going to come in contact with your tenants and with your, I don't know what you call a buyer.
Yeah. It's important to me because they represent a version of me and a version of Wise Move. So I wouldn't just send Joe Blogs from around the corner because he can go now, kind of thing. You know, I would always use someone tried and tested.
Yeah. So let's talk about the local property conversation. So what's inspired you to host this event, and what can attendees expect?
So we're hosting the event to discuss with local people and try and get across our knowledge really of the industry, of Widnes, our patch. You know, I've lived in Widnes all my life. I've only ever moved house once, which is ironic as an estate agent, but I have. And Jen has lived in Widnes all her life. Lorraine, same. You know, we want to get across to the local people our knowledge and sort of give people a taste of why we are completely different as an estate agent.
Yeah.
But we want to do that in a nice setting.
Yeah.
So Rotherham House was a perfect, you know, it was a perfect collab.
Yeah.
Together.
Right.
So obviously our marketing will also coincide with Rotherham House marketing. So
yeah, and it is a perfect location to host it. You know, it is intimate and welcoming, isn't it? The house.
Yeah.
But we also want to reach out to other people who've got Airbnbs in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, we've had our issues with the council and things. So it's just bringing them all together, and it's just going to be a welcoming
people being
event.
able to talk about it. You know, there's a lot of changes in the rental sector coming up with the Renters Reform Bill. So again, we want to get that information across to landlords, so landlords don't feel like they need to be worried coming up to the 1st of May. You know, if they want help, we can offer them help, kind of thing.
So who is it that you're expecting there? So then anyone that's got sort of an Airbnb in the local area? Or,
anyone that's got an Airbnb, thinking of Airbnb-ing, thinking of renting the house, thinking of selling the house, private landlords, even property developers. Like, there's loads going on in Widnes, like Red Row, Miller, all the others. Anyone like that would be more than welcome to come, and it is a free event as well.
So you've heard it here first, the local property conversation. 5th of March, 3 till 6. It's going to be a great afternoon. If you're interested in anything property, get your tickets on Eventbrite. So thank you, Lucy and Laura, for coming in today. It's been lovely. And yeah, that's all we've got time for today. So see you next time. We are 3 Women, 1 Vision.